Welcome guys to the show. This is SB Games, and today I'm going to be playing one of my favourite games of all time, Portal. I have already completed this game, but I'm going to be playing it a little bit different today. I'm going to play it with the developer commentary on, so I can understand more mechanics of the game. I've been meaning to do this a long time, as the game has been out quite a long time, but I've never actually done it, and this is my first YouTube video, so please subscribe guys, and yeah, so let's get on with the game. There you go. Yeah, the best thing I found about this game, for me at the moment, was the opening. I thought the opening, you were just like, what the heck, who am I, where am I, what am I doing here, that kind of thing. Alright, in a minute, the beautiful GLaDOS is going to make her debut.
Hello, and again, welcome to the Aperture Science Computer Aided Enrichment Center. We hope your brief detention in the relaxation vault has been a pleasant one. Your specimen has been processed, and we are now ready to begin the test proper. Before we start, however, keep in mind that although fun and learning are the primary goals of all enrichment center activities, serious injuries may occur. For your own safety and the safety of others, please refrain from Stand back. The portal will open in 3, 2, 1.
The voice of GLaDOS is a lovely lady, Ellen McLean. I think she's an amazing voice actor. She really brings a shine to this game. But yeah, let's continue. Right, when I do this one here, will be the first Delta commentary. It will say number 2 of 8. That is purely because there was one at the beginning of the game while the game is loading, just telling you how to use these and what these actually do. So you haven't missed anything on the actual game mechanics and how they made the game what it is. So let's continue.
It's absolutely critical that players quickly wrap their heads around what a portal is. We noticed early playtesters grasped the concept much more quickly when they caught a glimpse of themselves through a portal. So we deliberately positioned this first portal to ensure that players will invariably see themselves.
Right, that's the second one. Let's go to
One of the
third
things
one.
we learned from Narbacular Drop, our student project that became Portal, was that players often thought portals took them into other spaces, or even other dimensions. To help fight that notion, we start players in a visually unique room with memorable objects, so that when they walk through a portal for the first time, they have a clear point of reference which communicates the idea that they're still in the same basic location. For instance, the radio, which is playing an instrumental version of Still Alive, helps as well by providing some audio continuity.
Here we go. What I found very intelligent with this game is obviously players who have played it, but if you are new to this game and never seen anything on it, I found it pretty clever, thinking that was the room I was just in and now it's there. But yeah, let's continue.
These frosted glass observation rooms make the player feel as if they're being watched at all times, while keeping the identity of these watchers a mystery. The rooms serve a practical purpose as well, since we often use them as convenient and logical light sources for the test chambers.
Through when I was playing this game for the first playthrough, I always thought there was going to be people there that you could see that were watching you. But yeah. And these cameras, there's someone always watching. Right. Get the cube. Oh, this is the companion cube. Our best friend through the whole Portal game.
Excellent.
And
Please
her, of
proceed
course.
into the chamber
Sorry,
lock
GLaDOS.
after completing each test. First, however, note the incandescent particle field across the exit. This Aperture Science Material Emancipation Grid will vaporize any unauthorized equipment that passes through it. For instance, the Aperture Science Weighted Storage Cube.
Right, here we go.
Portal is effectively an extended player training exercise. We spend a huge portion of the game introducing a series of gameplay tools, then layering those tools into increasingly difficult puzzles. This layering starts here, where we train the button and box mechanic, before introducing the more complicated concept of portals.
There we go, right. Let's continue through here. You know, I've played this game quite a few times. It was quite a shock. I wasn't expecting it to be as good or anything, you know, what I thought I would like. I think a lot of players will probably be, you know, exactly the same, I'm not sure. But this is interesting. Playing with this mode, I get to learn a lot more about one of my favourite games. Here we go.
Please place the weighted storage cube on the 1500 megawatt Aperture Science Heavy Duty Super Colliding Super button.
Like I said, I will solve the puzzle and then I will click that. Just be an easier way of doing it. Okay, I got a bit stuck there for some reason. Okay, now I'm trapped in this room. I mean, like I said, yeah, the companion cubes are throughout the game, and well, they are pretty much your best friend. There we go. Sorry, I wasn't too sure then for a second. Why? There we go. Place down here. Should be happy.
Perfect.
Wow.
Please move quickly to the chamber lock, as the effects of prolonged exposure to the button are not part of this test.
We
There
wanted
we
players to feel safe while standing in a portal, so we never kill them or destroy objects within a portal that's closing. Instead, we either push or teleport objects out of a portal as it closes.
And here we go. Let's go and get this one. This is 8 of
We
8.
very deliberately introduce and train each gameplay concept in Portal, so that once players reach this spot, we're confident that they know what a portal is and roughly how it works. Early versions of the game let players stumble through the beginning, without always understanding what was going on, which really compromised teaching new concepts. The puzzle you just finished was designed so that stumbling around will almost always lead to a dead end. Completing the puzzle requires walking through a minimum of 5 portals in a specific order. This kind of gating, in which a solid understanding of key gameplay concept is required for success, helped standardize the learning curve of the game tremendously.
That's the first lot of the commentary. That's 8 out of 8. So yeah, let's continue on now. The next one isn't a big round, but it's like 1 of 3 or something like that, I believe. Yeah, guys, hope you're enjoying the show so far. So this is my first YouTube video, so I'm very much a rookie at everything, you know, from my editing tools, from my recording software that I use. It's all new, I'm all new, so yeah, I hope you guys like it. Here we go.
You're doing very
There it is.
well. Please be advised that a noticeable taste of blood is not part of any test protocol, but is an unintended side effect of the Aperture Science Material Emancipation Grip, which may, in semi-rare cases, emancipate dental fillings, crowns, tooth enamel, and teeth.
Right, here we go.
In early versions of this map, playtesters would charge down the stairs without noticing what was creating the portals. We introduced a mandatory pause in the action, what we call a gate, to help ensure that players stop and notice the portal gun making the blue portal. The particle effect and a loud noise help draw their attention.
That one actually interested me quite a bit because, you know, I don't really see how you know would miss that, but I suppose there was no noise or nothing going through it. I suppose you would, really. But yeah, here we go. Let's go and grab the beautiful things. The radios, I trust them. Yeah, let's go and grab. This is your first companion throughout this game.
Very good. You are now in possession of the Aperture Science handheld portal device. With it, you can create your own portals. These intradimensional gates have proven to be completely safe. The device, however, has not. Do not touch the operational end of the device. Do not look directly at the operational end of the device. Do not submerge the device in liquid, even partially. Most importantly, under no circumstances should you...
Right. It's partly if you're like me and you love this game so much, you probably rushed out and bought a portal gun. You can buy a replica of it. I have it, and I very much love looking at it. I think it's a very lovely, different looking kind of gun, and yeah, I thought it was a pretty
Please
amazing gun.
proceed to the chamber lock.
Here we
Mind the
go.
gap.
This room was designed to make players understand that entrance and exit portals aren't tied to the color of the portal. Playtesters often assumed that orange portals were exit only, so we created this puzzle to force players to enter an orange portal.
When rendering the player's view through a portal, we must render a separate image using a virtual camera which looks out of the opposite portal. To obtain a correct image and efficient rendering performance, we render only what is visible to the limited field of view of the opposite portal and exclude objects which lie between the virtual camera and the plane of the opposite portal.
I've got a funny and, well, kind of more, not so much funny, but a more embarrassing story.
Well done. Remember, the Aperture Science
Okay,
Bring Your
Gladys wants
Daughter
to
to
tell
Work
you
Day is the
about
perfect time to have
Daughter
her
Day
tested.
first. There you go. You done it, Gladys? Thank you. But I found this puzzle here, I actually didn't know how to do it. I was shooting puzzles here, here, and across that room. I couldn't understand how to get over it. Then I just finally got bored and shot one here, and I thought, oh yes, of course. This game will do that to you quite a bit.
The combination of portal destroying fields, which we call fizzlers, and the elevators, serve a dual purpose. They provide a clearly identifiable endpoint for each test chamber, while also addressing the more practical problem of how to keep players from portaling across level loads. We eventually integrated the fizzlers into several of our puzzle designs.
There we go, guys. That's 4 of 4. Let's continue on through this game. There we go. A lot of the puzzle, once you've done a puzzle, you will, I don't know if you've noticed, but we'll notice we'll actually go into a lift, elevator, whatever you want to call it. You will go into it after pretty much every puzzle. And obviously you get a loading screen, but like I said, this one's totally different to Portal 2 in the fact that this is like kind of do a puzzle, get in a lift, do a puzzle, get in a lift. The second one had a lot more story to it, but yeah, let's continue on then.
Welcome to Test Chamber 4. You're doing quite well.
For training purposes, there's generally just one correct solution to these early puzzles. The original version of this room didn't have the glass barrier. Playtesters would often stand on the button to open the door and then shoot a blue portal through the opening, bypassing the box entirely. Since this puzzle was meant to illustrate the relationship between boxes and buttons, that solution, while clever, was a failure. So we added the glass barrier to prevent it. Later in the game, however, the puzzles become more open-ended.
Right, there's another one down here. And there's that lovely music that we all love.
Integrating portals with Source Engine's physics system was a complex process that required several iterations to achieve the right balance of performance and correctness. Because portals can be placed virtually anywhere in the game's environment, the physics system had to be modified to allow dynamic changes to its representation of colliding geometry, such as the walls and floor around this box, and any objects which may lie on the opposite side of the portal. Initial implementations of this dynamic collision generation system could take up to 1/2 of 1 second, or 500 milliseconds, to compute the correct collision. This may not sound like a long time in everyday life, but this pause during the portal creation was quite noticeable in the context of a game. Ultimately, we designed a system that creates temporary hybrid physics environments in bubbles around the portals, using less accurate collision than that produced by Source's standard collision generation, but was accurate enough in practice and reduced the time to create dynamic collision representation from 500 milliseconds to just 10 milliseconds, which is an imperceptible pause during portal creation.
Yeah, let's go do this puzzle.
Once again, excellent
There we go.
work. As part of our required test protocol, we will not monitor the next test chamber. You will be entirely on your own. Good luck.
Right, here we go, another developer commentary here.
Early versions of Portal featured more detailed, cluttered environments, much like Half-Life 2. We quickly realized that unnecessary objects scattered all over the place distracted players to the point where it actually interfered with the Portal training process. So we simplified the art style to favor clean, focused test chambers. The modular approach we settled on makes it look plausible that the chambers can reform dynamically on these pistons.
There we go, that's just a puzzle done. This is why I thought the
As
radio
part of a
had something to
required
do with
test
it.
protocol, our previous statement suggesting that we would not monitor this chamber was an outright fabrication. Good job. As part of a required test protocol, we will stop enhancing the truth in 3, 2,
Thanks so much for watching, guys. That is the end of part 1. I will be doing part 2 very shortly, and don't forget, please leave your comment, your likes, and please subscribe. Thanks so much.